It has been a remarkable road at Fulham Football Club. When we first joined the team, we were on the edge of the relegation zone, failed to keep them up, but then charged through the championship the next year to regain a place in the Premier League, which we solidified in the last season. This year we have outplayed our expectations. We were expected to be a mid-table team. We are now challenging for Europe, and in fact, City and United are in our sights, and the Champions League is still a possibility. And oh yeah, we're in the finals of the FA Cup. Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 81 of Bottom to the Top. I am Mr. Cellophane, and in the time since I recorded the intro to this video, we have secured a spot in Europe for next season. Chelsea lost 1-0 to Manchester United. They are currently sitting 7 points behind us, but they only have 2 left to play, so there is no chance that they can overtake us. Sunderland also, it's a super long shot. 9 points ahead of them, 9 points on the table. We have a far superior goal difference. I don't think they'll be able to make that up in 3 matches. We are guaranteed a spot in the Europa Conference League no matter what happens. A win or a draw today, and I am pretty sure we secure a spot in the Europa League, which we can also earn with what is going to be our last match of this episode, which is the final of the FA Cup against Arsenal. Arsenal right now sitting at the top of the Premier League table, trying to hold off a challenge from Liverpool. Maybe they'll be too busy to deal with that to give us any mind, and a shot at our first major trophy at Fulham is 100% possible. We have only played 1 match since the last episode. It was at home against Liverpool, challenging for the top of the table. Sousa got the scoring started. Endo thought he had blocked it, but Sousa able to pick the ball back up and put it past Kovacevic for the first goal of the match. But look at this far post delivery from Endo to Telish Magno. Endo had 3 assists in the last match, and he did earn Young Player of the Month award honors. In the end, we outshot Liverpool. We outplayed them in a number of ways, but unfortunately, that was the lone tally. We held out for a 1-1 draw. And even though we didn't get the win, that draw did confirm the best ever Premier League finish in the history of Fulham Football Club. Still 3 matches left to play to add on to that. As we mentioned, we have qualified for the 2032 UEFA Europa Conference League. At the very least, we will be playing in Europe next year at the Conference League level, most likely at Europa League, still an outside shot at the Champions League. Of course, it will take us winning out and a massive stumble by Manchester United to have that happen. We do have a game in hand on them. So if we do beat Bristol City, who we have beaten now twice this year, both in the league and in the FA Cup, that will put us just 2 points behind City with 2 matches left to go. We cannot look past Bristol City, however, but the team we are putting out on the field is working like a well-oiled machine. Kovacevic has been amazing in goal. It's going to be a back 4 of Guest, Akahoman, Bichiabu, and Fresneda. A midfield 3 of Ross behind Morales and Burford. Talis Magno on the left. Federico Guerrero on the right. Emmanuel Omega up front with his team leading 14 goals. We have 3 players in double digits this year. Yeah, we haven't been pouring them in. We have been spreading that scoring around, however. 14 for Omega, 11 for Guerrero, 10 for Burford. Endo primarily coming in off of the bench with 6. Omari Kellyman coming off the bench with 5. So we have really spread the scoring around. This entire Fulham team has been playing incredibly well all season long. And without sticking my foot in my mouth and jinxing anything, we really do expect to do it against the team that is already destined to return to the championship for next year's competition. Already relegated Bristol City. We are going to their place. This match coming from Ashton Gate in Bristol. 0-0 is your score in the early going. Only one shot on goal in the first 15 minutes. Of course, that belongs to Fulham, apparently with a .03 XG. It wasn't really a great one. First highlight of the game, though, is going to go our way. Throw-in finds its way to Melvin Akahoman. He's got Morales with some space up for Burford. Bristol City giving us a lot of room. Fed on the right-hand side, Federico Guerrero will push toward the sideline, have his pocket picked by Thomas. Wojcinski losing it to Fresneda, and Fulham looking to go back on the attack again. Bichiabu, Guerrero, Burford pushing it back for Ross. Akahoman now. Left wing feed for Guest. He's got Telish Magno looking to center. Fitzpatrick is going to clear it. Akahoman will settle that one down. And we need to make some inroads if we're going to win this match. A mega nice touch pass to Tom Burford. There is goal number 11. Coming up from the midfield position, really stepping up and putting his stamp on the game this year. Another double-digit goal season. VAR is going to confirm that that was, in fact, a good goal. And Fulham takes the 1-0 lead. Now remember, points in this match, and we will qualify for the Europa League if I've done my math correctly. It will also put us just 2 points behind Manchester United with 2 matches left to go. 4 points behind Manchester City. That one's going to be a little bit of a tougher ask, but there is still the chance that Fulham can finish as high as 3rd place on the Premier League table. They've got to get past Brighton, currently sitting in 8th. They have to get past Southampton, currently in 13th. That Southampton test against the Saints is probably going to be the tougher of the two, because that is going to be coming on the road at St. Mary's. Omega with it in the middle. He's got Morales. Past Burford to Guerrero along the right side. He'll carry it into the box, move it back along the outer edge, dropping for Fresneda. In the middle, Morales swept away by Knight, but Ross is there to collect it. Guest, Fresneda, finds Guerrero. Nice turn. Burford in, but this time he may be offside. His 12th goal of the year, if it is a good one. The assistant referee on the near sideline has raised his flag, and the referee has agreed. The goal has been disallowed. The score will remain 1-0 to Fulham. Just a step too early. Maybe if Guerrero hadn't needed to make the turn, he would have caught Burford in an onside position, but alas, he did not. Burford is on the scoreboard. His goal in the 22nd minute is the difference. 1-0 is your score after the first 45. Everything coming up Fulham in that first half. 62% possession, 5 shots on goal, 1 to the good on the scoreboard. We just need to hang on. Morales with the corner kick, looking for Akahoman. It's cleared away. Guerrero with a circus shot, and he came so close, just tipped over by the Bristol City goalkeeper. That would have easily been the goal of the year. Carmelo is going to clear that away. Fresneda to gather it, still in the Bristol end. Up for Bichiabu. He's got Burford. Burford clattering it off the crossbar. Chased down by Magno. Guest with it in the box. Has it knocked away. He'll take his man out. And Tony Harrington is going to call him over. No yellow card on the play, but it will be a free kick for Bristol City. 3 shots in the second half, all of them going Fulham's way. And once again, we are looking to mount an attack. Fresneda up the far sideline. We'll play it back for Bichiabu. The center half, moving it across the midfield stripe. Morales dropping it for Ross, who's going to look to make a play near side for Guest. Gets past one man. Guest moving it forward. Crossing into the middle. Omega not getting the power on that header that he really needed to. O'Leary not pressed into service to make the save. It will sail over the crossbar. 1-0. If we can add another one here, it will cement our position. Bichiabu can't get on the end of that header, but Akahoman picking up the ball loose in the box from 14 yards out. Melvin Akahoman with his 2nd goal of the season. 2nd goal of the night for Fulham, coming off of a set piece, although not officially. A botched clearance comes right to Akahoman, who turns, fires, beats O'Leary to put Fulham up 2-0, plus 27 now on the goal difference. We are catching up to Man United in that area as well, which could be the difference as we move forward. Federico Guerrero is going to come off. Moutinho will take his place on the pitch. Thais Magno makes way for Toshimitsu Endo, who has had a very good end of the season so far. And Craig Ross will cede position to Joe Jones. 3 changes to be made with about 15 minutes remaining in this match. Guest is also feeling a little bit knackered, so Harvey Vale is going to get some game time. We are also going to, again, bump up the time wasting, drop the pace a little bit. We're going to drop our line. This worked pretty well in the match against Liverpool. Was it the match against Liverpool? The last match we were winning, which I guess was not Liverpool because we ended up drawing 1-1. Irregardless, we are going a slightly tad more defensive for the final 10 minutes of this match, and it looks like it is going to work. 4 minutes added on. One final highlight, maybe. Moutinho up the far sideline into the middle. Can't get it past Fitzpatrick. It will clear it for Wisniewski. Vale picking up the heavy touch. Morales with it now, moving it up the left side, looking to get it into the box. Moutinho, far post, and Afonso Moutinho with his 3rd goal of the season, 8th assist of the year from Marco Morales. I just have that assist number for some reason seared into my brain. Only a pair of goals on the year, but 9 total goal contributions before this one. Make it double digits for Marco Morales, the Mexican national, 21 years old, I believe, at this point, putting his stamp on this match, putting Fulham up 3-0 and securing victory, and pending a look at the table, I believe a spot in the UEFA Europa League for next year. And it is official. The news item in our inbox confirms it. Fulham have qualified for the Europa League. But we're not the only team in Fulham having success. Our U18s have won the FA Youth Challenge Cup for the 2nd consecutive year. Last year they did it at Craven Cottage. This year they knocked off the Derby County U18s in Derby to hoist the trophy again. So even though Nick Bottom isn't lifting all of these trophies, the team that we are spearheading is, which always makes me feel good. How dare they say we don't have the best youth setup in all of England when we keep winning these competitions? And I was wrong. Marco Morales came into the match with 8 assists already, picked up 2 more. Guess I wasn't really paying attention to the other one. He now has 10 assists on the season, 12 goal contributions for the 21-year-old midfielder from Mexico. Taking a quick peek at the schedule of Manchester United, currently occupying that 4th and final Champions League spot. Their 1-0 win against Chelsea, which basically ensured us European competition, was their only victory in their last 7 in all competitions. They got run out of the Champions League by Monaco, losing 5-1 on aggregate. Managed to only draw Sunderland and Newcastle. Of course, lost to Fulham. We've already talked about that. And were on the wrong side of a 2-1 decision against Manchester City. They have Nottingham Forest away. They have Wolves at home to end the season. Not the easiest run-in. Neither is ours, to be perfectly fair. But we are in far better form, unbeaten since the beginning of February. Ironically, it was Chelsea that handed us our last loss in the league. We have Brighton at home. They're in 9th place right now. Southampton on the road in 13th. Forest is currently 15th, and Wolves are 7th. So kind of very similar schedules to end the year. Unfortunately, we play our final match week on the road, which could make things tougher in overtaking Man U, especially if they end up beating Forest. One interesting thing to note is the match against Brighton weeks ago was pushed back for television. We're going to make some extra money on it, so I'm not complaining. But that means we'll already know how Manchester United fared at Forest. Well, this comes as no surprise, but it's disappointing nonetheless. We had the 2nd best youth system in the country, so we fail. We're still doing an unbelievable job. The board has nothing to criticize us over, so you know what? I don't care. And would you believe Nottingham Forest has helped us out? Holding serve at home, goals from Danilo, Hamilton, and Ribeiro. 3-1, the final score against Manchester United. So we come into this match now with a game in hand, 2 points behind Man U. We beat Brighton, we jump ahead of them on the table into 4th place with a chance to hang on to it in the final match week of the season. And to do that, we are leaving our starting 11 as is. The only change we've made is bringing Kim Young-suk back onto the bench. Kovacevic is going to be in goal. It will be Guest, Akahomen, Bichiabu, Fresneda, Ross, Morales, Burford, Talismagno, Guerrero, and Omega. Well, the original plan was to bring the FA Cup final in this episode. That may need to wait because if we beat Brighton, we have a chance at Champions League football qualification in the number 4 spot on the Premier League table, and we're going to bring that to you today. So it's going to be a supersized episode, one way or the other. First highlight going Fulham's way. Morales, Fresneda, feeding it through into the box. Guerrero is in, and Guerrero scores his 12th goal of the year. They are going to check to see if he was offside. The defenders are making appeals. I'm not sure if the flag went up on the far sideline or not, but the arm is staying down from the referee after he gets confirmation from VAR. So the goal is good. Bichiabu playing it to Morales. Morales very quietly leading the Premier League coming into this match with 89 key passes, makes another one over to Fresneda, who finds Federico Guerrero for his 12th goal of the season. And yes, Virginia, he is onside. Final third throw in the 30th minute. Guest will play it back for Tom Burford. He finds Ross at the corner of the box, dropping it for Morales. Looking to make another play. Up for Guest. In the middle, Omega, and Omega's going to pull the left-footed shot wide. In the live table, we are in 4th place, as we talked about. 71 points. Man U has 70. Now, the goal difference. We have actually taken an advantage on Manchester United, which means if this result holds and Man U draws, it doesn't matter what we do. Well, I guess it does matter if we lose by like a whole bunch. It may not matter what we do. We could be in 4th place no matter what. Cross in. Akahomen looks to clear. And Ciso with it. Guerrero knocking it away. Ross playing it up, but Dieng is going to get there first. Guest will intercept the pass intended for the forward line. Talismagno carrying it into the middle. Up for Tom Burford. Burford looking to split the defense. He does. Shoots from just outside the box. And just a little bit too strong. Ilan Meslier did not need to make a save on that one. Meslier was so huge in the matchup earlier in the season against Brighton. Is he going to make a difference here? We will find out in the final 45 minutes. Right now, Federico Guerrero's strike in the 2nd minute of the game is the difference. Fulham 1, Brighton 0. No need to mess with a good thing, however, if Omega does miss another easy shot like he already has. We may look to make a change at the striker position. Not permanently, he's still our dude, but for this match, just to ensure no mistakes as we regain control of the ball in the 56th minute. Tom Burford playing it for Guerrero up the right side. He's got plenty of space to move into. Lots of green in front of him before he is double teamed. Playing it back. Fresneda to Guerrero. Back for Fresneda. He's got Marco Morales. Craig Ross dropping it for Bichiabu. They're going to try up the left side now. Guest finds Talismagno. Magno in the middle. Omega. He can't hit the target again. Goal kick as that one clatters off of the woodwork, and we are going to look to make that change. Omari Kellyman is going to come in as our striker after this throw-in by Guest. So Magno's got it. Of course, you know Omega's about to score, right? Ross into the middle. Fresneda keeps it away from Enciso. Bichiabu up for Guerrero. Makes a nice turn, pushing it toward the outside. In for Burford. Knocked away. Omega taken down in the box. And I think Omega is going to take this penalty if it is awarded. VAR is going to review, but I think we're going to have a chance to go up 2-0 from the penalty spot. And it in fact does look like it is well, no, it's not Omega because I pulled him off. Talismagno is going to put it in. Is it Magno or Magno? I've been saying it different ways each time, but that's his 6th goal of the year, and we are really, really looking to put a stranglehold on this position and overtake Manchester United. As we mentioned, in terrible form, only 1 win in their last 8 now. Magno up the far sideline will work it back, trying to get around Insigne. He does find a way in. He shoots and he scores. It will be credited as an own goal off of Robson Brown, so Magno is not going to get credit for that one. However, it will count either way. Fulham now up by a score of 3-0. Fantastic ball control, getting it away from Enciso, throwing it on goal, beating Meslier off of Brown's leg for what should be the decisive third goal. Some substitutions coming our way as Marco Morales is going to cede position to Antonio Blanco, Tom Burford for Kim Young-suk, and Federico Guerrero on a yellow card. In place of him will be Toshimitsu Endo. We're actually going to throw Magno on the right-hand side. I like Endo on the left a bit better. 3 additional changes to be made with just under 25 minutes remaining in this match. And Fulham right now running away with things. 3 goals separating us and Manchester United. So a Man U draw or a loss, and Fulham losing by less than 3 goals ensures us 4th place in the Premier League for this season. And that is a sentence I was not expecting to utter. To be fair, we came pretty close last year with a very good team. I felt like we built an even better team this year, and they're proving me right. We are going to Europe. We are definitely going to the Europa League, but the Champions League is just 90 minutes away. No pressure, but this is the side that is going to try to make it 15 unbeaten in a row and qualify for the Champions League. We are 1 point ahead of Manchester United. This is the final match. We win, we are in. We draw, and Manchester United draws or loses, we are in. We lose by less than 3, and Manchester United draws or loses, and we are in. Kovacevic is going to be in goal yet again. It's Guest, Akahoman, Bichiabu, and Fresneda as our back 4. A midfield 3 of Morales and Burford in front of Craig Ross, Thais Magno, and Guerrero on the wings with our striker. 14 goals on the year. I feel like I keep saying that. He needs to score another one. Emmanuel Omega going to be leading the line. Lots of excitement heading into this final match of this supersized episode of Bottom to the Top. We, of course, are going to be keeping our eye on the Manchester United score. Currently, they are tied 0-0 with Wolves because they are just underway. Like we are, Liverpool and Norwich, the only teams that have scored goals so far in the competition. First 3 shots of the match, though, going Fulham's way. We do have the general run of play. Kovacevic to get things started with the goal kick. We are in the dark jerseys. Southampton in the red and white. Morales is going to turn that one over, but Fresneda holding up the Southampton player, and the loose ball picked up by Guerrero. Fresneda feeding it forward, can't find Omega. Ndiaye getting it back from Fifes. Ndiaye holding the ball up a little bit. All finds Gosic. Torres along the far sideline, back for All. Willock now in the midfield. Good possession play, but then turned over to Omega. He's in, he shoots, and he misses wide. Emmanuel Omega, that is the 3rd miss that we have witnessed in the last 2 matches. Corner kick for Southampton. They're going to go short. Willock looks for Torres, but Fresneda steps in front of it, plays it down the sideline. Young will track back to get that one. Ndiaye with it. Back for Young along the near sideline. Young moving to his right. Fifes. Ndiaye. Across for Aw. Up for Gosic. Willock looking for Kang Sang-yoon, and he will roof it for his 3rd goal of the year. Southampton taking the 1-0 lead pending review by VAR, and they are going to say that it was an offside play. Still 0-0, but the first major opportunity, not counting Omega's unfortunate miss, is going to fall by the wayside for Southampton. No score. Oh, Man U just scored. They are leading Wolves 1-0, so we need to win this match. The only way that we don't end up in 4th is if we do not win, or if Man U wins and we do not. Morales, Akahoman wide with the corner. We need to settle this team down a little bit. I don't know if there's anything we can do to do that. We're just going to let things tick down to the half. 0-0 is your score. We'll take a quick peek at the Manchester United score as soon as we can. We have been the better team, so we are going to instill faith in our squad, let them know they have the ability to make a real difference. But changes are most likely going to be made. Ndiaye is out, Ndika is in, and Man U still leading in that match. We just so many goals from Manchester City. Marcus Rashford has scored twice. 3-2 is your score. He scored 3 times now. Man U is winning, so we need to get a goal in this match. But Southampton controlling in the 65th minute. Gosic moving it forward, trying to cross, blocked by Morales. All will track it down toward the near sideline. In the middle, Ndika. Gonçalves moving it to his left, finds Fifis. Fifis? Let's say Fifis. Young, moves past his man, shoots and misses. Not troubling the goalkeeper with that one. Emmanuel Omega not having a great match. Let's get him out. Afonso Moutinho will go up top. Thais Magno will also make way for Toshimitsu Endo. Get a couple of new guys out on the attack. We're going to shout encouragement to our team. And a corner kick. Guerrero sending it in. Bichiabu passes Malone. He powers it through the goalkeeper. 1-0 Fulham. Bichiabu with the monster header. 1-0 is your score, and a chance for more. Morales on the set piece. Bichiabu floating it on. It's going to be just out of the reach of Malone over the top of the crossbar. Couple of more changes to be made. Craig Ross will come off. Antonio Blanco will make his way in. Federico Guerrero for Amari Kellyman. Fred Nada is tired. Daniil Denisov will come in. And that's our 5 changes. I wanted to bring in Kim Young-suk, but he will not get that opportunity. 10 minutes remaining in this match. We're going to knock down the tempo a little. We're going to do the things that we've been doing. 10 to go at St. Mary's. Southampton probably going to try a furious push in these final 10 minutes to get some points out of this match. In possession, Kang Young-soon back for Ndika. Kang Sang-yoon again. Ferry carrying it forward. He's being chased after. Still with the ball. Jorginho cleared away. Endo is going to help that along, but Aw is going to track it down. Endo, what a stop. He has just been an absolute monster. The 5'3" Japanese national feeding Moutinho ahead. Back for Endo. Back for Moutinho. He's in. He shoots, and Afonso Moutinho scores to ice it. His 4th goal of the year. They are going to check to see if this was offsides. The referee is going to confirm it was not, and it is a good goal. Moutinho back for Endo. Feeds Moutinho on the give and go in beating Malone short side. And that entire play was made by Endo. Just the tenacity on the defensive end to win the ball, get it forward. Moutinho taking care of the rest, and Fulham moving back into 4th place, 74 points. Man U has 73. They are probably going to win, but it is not going to matter. Still in control at the end of the 90 minutes. Moutinho out wide to the right. He's got Kellyman finding Moutinho again. Has one man to beat. He'll take it deep. Playing it back. Kellyman, edge of the box. Moving it to his left. Kellyman shoots and just missing that far post. It sneaks its way out for a Southampton goal kick. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 your final score. Bichiabu and Afonso Moutinho, 2 heroes we didn't even know we needed to propel us into a 4th place finish and secure us play in next year's UEFA Champions League. And before we go, the board have set their initial budgets for next year, $2.6 million per week in wages. That's a rise of about $200,000-300,000 per week. Also a transfer budget of $68 million. I was not expecting that. Do we spend the money, or are we fiscally responsible? We really did try to be fiscally responsible this year. Didn't quite work out, but I blame the board. They said yes to a request I made. I left it in their hands. They spent a ton of money on Teles Magno. Do we keep him around? Do we exercise his $45 million potential buyout? I mean, I think he's listed currently for over $60 million by Man U, so it would be a bargain by their standards. We'll save that conversation for another time. We have a lot of preparing to do before we get that far. But first, don't forget, we have the final of the FA Cup coming up in tomorrow's episode. I know I promised it for today. I really wanted to get there. Who knew we were going to have 3 exciting league matches that were going to propel us up the table into 4th place? I sure didn't. I didn't have that faith in my side that has not lost since the first week of February. We'll see you tomorrow with the FA Cup final against Arsenal at Wembley Stadium. Also a wrap-up of the season as we prepare for another summer transfer window, this time with our eyes on the Champions League. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and all of your continued support just by watching this video. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.